Hi, this is Joel Meyer. I will show you how to make a little apple with egg cartons. It's September and it's time for the apple harvest. Making a little apple is a good way to integrate an art project with a lesson about the seasons. We will make the apple with a recycled egg carton. For one apple, you will need to cut 2 cells of an egg carton. I always begin by separating the cells with large scissors, and then I trim the edges with small scissors. To create a little apple, put white glue on the edge of a cell and then glue the 2 cells together by matching them as closely as possible and let dry. Then paint the apple in the color of your choice. But here I'll give you a little tip. If you make a red apple, I suggest you first paint the apple in white. The red paint is partially transparent and the gray of the egg carton comes through the red paint. I apply the same logic with other colors. I generally find it gives better results. So, start by applying a coat of white paint, and when the paint is dry, apply a coat of red paint and let dry. Then, with a pin or a thick needle, make a hole in the top of the apple. To represent the stem, cut a small piece of brown pipe cleaner and slide it into the hole. Glue it in place with either some white glue or using the glue gun. Take green construction paper, draw the shape of an apple leaf and cut it out. If you want to give a little volume to the leaf, make a notch in the middle. Put a dot of glue on one side and slide the other side over the side with the glue. Hold in place for a few minutes with a clothespin. Glue the leaf to the base of the apple. And voila! You have your first egg carton apple. Now I showed you a red apple, but you can make yours the color you want. Yellow, green, or even a mixture of colors. If you want to make a red and green apple, I suggest you paint the apple green and then paint over it. To do this step, I use a stencil brush. I take a little bit of red paint and I remove the excess paint by rubbing the brush on a piece of wax paper. When I see that there is no trace of liquid paint left, I rub the brush on the apple to add a little burst of red on the green. Now, let's have a little bit of fun. As you know, sometimes you can find a worm in an apple. At least if you pick them yourself. In supermarkets, it doesn't happen very often. To create an apple with an inhabitant, make a hole on the side of the apple with a pin or a needle. Take a piece of lime green pipe cleaner, about half a pipe cleaner, that you fold in half and twist. Slide the pointy ends into the apple. Glue the 2 googly eyes on the other end. Is that not cute? As a class project, you could put a few branches in a pot and hang the apples made by the children. It's a nice group project for the class. I wish you a good harvest of apples with your class. Do not hesitate to send me pictures of apples produced by tiny hands, and I will post them on my blog. To access a free document with a detailed list of materials and pictures, click on the link below the video. You can always wear them as earrings.